Hi everyone and welcome to ActionPhotoPassion. So today I want to talk to you about something that I have noticed since the last years in photography, that is the full frame ecosystems. We have seen, thanks to Sony, that it is now more easy to buy full frame bodies and to enter a full frame system, right? But what I have noticed too is the fact that none of the photographers, YouTubers that are very, very well known and that I follow myself, for example, being Manny Ortiz, Giant Polly, that is very funny, Dustin Abbott, Gary Fong, all of them, they are not really explaining what is behind entering a system. Why I say that? I say that because I am also very active in some forums related to photography. And what I noticed is that there are lots of new incoming photographers that are coming from scratch into full frame systems. And what are the questions mainly? They are usually, what focal length should I buy? What lens should I buy? And this disturbs me a little because, and actually I'm not the only person disturbed, because when I see the answers, I notice that the other active members of the forum don't really understand why the person is asking this. Why I say that? Because nobody can know for anybody else what focal length should anybody use. Yes? You know what I mean? I mean, for example, I entered photography with Sony A-mount system on APS-C. On Sony A-mount system, we have this advantage that all the Minolta AF and full frame glass are totally compatible on the APS-C system. That is actually the same mount. It exists the same characteristics for E-mount, except that the prices of the lens on E-mount are higher than the prices of the lens on A-mount. So what I want to say here is that, as for me, for example, I know now that I like very much ultra-wide angle lens. Okay? I like to shoot this. Okay. So what I've done is I have started with an APS-C kit lens, or I think it's the 1855 from Sony A-mount, okay, in APS-C. And I wanted to know what about what could be the results if I compare this kit lens, that is very kit lens, plasticky and so on, but that is especially for APS-C, against the old Minolta, that is a 17 to 35 2.8 f4. To start with, I win some aperture because it's the 2.8. And secondly, it's a full frame glass. So I start with a full frame glass on APS-C. What is the consequences of doing that? Because I hear a lot that, or I read a lot that using full frame glass on APS-C is stupid. I say that for A-mount we have this advantage that the full frame glass, the legacy of Minolta, they are very, very cheap to buy. I think that I have bought this thing less than 200 euro, okay? So that is nothing. And yeah, the advantage also is that you are on a full frame glass on APS-C, so you are using only the part of the glass that is the best, that is the center. All of the things that are in the corners for full frame, you don't care, you are not using it on the APS-C sensor. And actually, I was also shooting some cars on track days and so on. So obviously I wanted a tele, and I had a 7200, a 7300. So I knew that I wanted that and I needed it. Actually, the 72-210 is actually recording this video. So I had bought directly the Tamron 70-300 USD because on A-mount is something, it's one of the tele that is the best, fastest AF, and yeah, all of this stuff. So now the question is, you are entering a system. That is the full frame. The body by itself, it costs nothing. It costs nothing. It can cost between 700 and 200, 2,000, 700 to 2,000 or 700 to 4,000, depending on your wallet. Okay. But the body itself is not important. What is important is the glass. Jared Pauline said it, glass, glass, glass. That is the thing that you need. I mean, you need the quality. Okay, you want the quality for the image. And I understand it perfectly, you understand it perfectly. Everybody wants the quality for image. But in the beginning, you don't know what you shoot, you don't know what you like to shoot, what you dislike to shoot, what you want to shoot. Okay? So if you don't have this, if you don't know these parameters, how come can you know which focal length or which length you will buy? Because, for example, I see a lot of people entering E-mount as full frame directly, but what they do, they buy a 24-105 f4. Okay, that is a transstandard zoom. Why not? I'm not fan of this type of big zoom actually because they are too, you know, they are cumbersome and more or less the quality of the image is not so good because it's a big zoom. And yeah, you buy that and probably you will want the 12-24 for ultra wide angle lens, but you don't know because you don't know what you shoot. So in my point of view, it's more interesting to try to enter on a system that is lower grade, or at least if you enter in a system that is high grade, you buy lenses that are lower grade, you know. That way you will mitigate, and moreover, you will be able to know what you like to shoot, what you dislike to shoot. And then after, only then after, you can break your wallet and buy some very, very good lens, you know. As for me, for example, I like very much ultra wide angle lens. And I really love that. But as I wanted to be sure to continue with the Sony A-mount system, for example, I have been waiting, okay, before buying the new Tamron 15-30 2.8 that I am actually currently doing the review. And this lens is fantastic. I mean, it delivers superbly on the A99 Mark II, that is a 42 megapixel sensor from Sony, compared to the Tamron 17-35 that is not resolving enough details, you know. And you can see that. But on APS-C it's okay. So, you know, it has helped me to know what I like to shoot, what I want to shoot. I have just bought myself an old Minolta, the 35-105. Why? Because I'm not in portraiture, okay? And probably I will go portraiture. I'm not sure about this. But I need to know if at least I like the focal length. I like to shoot this type of, you know, of stills or video. And before buying any lens that is too much high grade, I prefer to buy a lower grade one, and we'll see if I like that or not. So that is the message I wanted to pass here. I wanted to tell you that the most important, yes, is image quality. Yes, it is. The most important is also the fact that you got the best equipment. Yes, it is. But you also need to understand that you cannot go straight forward to the best because you don't know what you want to do. You don't know how you will use it, you know. So because of this, you cannot break your wallet like this. What I want to say is that you will put a lot of money on the table if you go straight forward for the best equipment, and you don't know if you really need the equipment, you know. So the best thing to do is you rent lenses, or you borrow to someone, or you try to find something that is not the top quality but covers the focal length, and you will be sure to know if you want to enter or not in the focal length. Nobody can answer for you. You should use this, you should use that. Nobody can answer that for you. It's not true. because it also depends on what you like and what you dislike, and only you know that. That's it, guys. That is a message I wanted to pass to you. I hope that you liked it. I hope that you will be able to try to understand that money is important, and you have to be sure to understand how to invest your money in photography. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe and leave me any comments, because I'm open to your comments. See you soon.